So let's get into the video and let's talk about Nipsey Hussle. Now, a lot of different people are making videos about Nipsey Hussle, like, what's it called again? Nipsey Hussle. DJ Academics, kind of disrespectful though, because you said, I mean, how are you gonna make the title Nipsey Hussle shot in the head and killed in front of his own store on Crenshaw and Slauson? I mean, you gotta have a little bit more respect than that, right? You can't just be like, oh, Nipsey Hussle shot in the head. Like, you gotta respect the family of the people. You gotta respect Nipsey Hussle's family, and not put that out there. But it turns out Nipsey Hussle, he was killed in a gang-related incident, guys. Now, when you think about a gang-related incident, he could have died because he had done something to the rival gangs. Everybody knows Nipsey Hussle was a Crip, right? He was a Crip, he was a Crip, he was a Crip, right? So when you're a Crip and your opposition is a Blood, anything can happen because Bloods can kill you on sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, gang violence is a big thing in LA, guys, right? You guys know that, right? So since he was killed because he was part of this gang, the Crips, and the Bloods, they hate the Crips. So obviously they're gonna have some type of gang violence, you know what I'm saying? Because, the Crips, see, the Crips, the rival gang of the Crips, I'm gonna show you guys right now. The rival gang of the Crips is the Bloods. They're the number one rival gang of the Crips. So what makes you say that? How is it possible that Nipsey Hussle was killed because he was doing a Dr. Sebi documentary? That don't make sense, because you're not gonna kill someone just for making a documentary, man. It don't make sense. That don't make no type of sense. Okay? Killing someone for a documentary don't make any type of sense. Black on black crime has been happening since the beginning of time. Okay? Tupac, he got killed because of some type of gang violence. He was a rapper. You know, when you're a rapper, you stay in your lane. Stay in your motherfucking lane and stay and be a rapper, and don't worry about being a gangbanger. Don't worry about robbing people. Don't worry about that. Stick on your grind and stay in your motherfucking lane and be a rapper. Don't try and be a gangbanger. Don't try and be part of the Crips and the Bloods because you want some type of notoriety for yourself. Stay in your lane. You're a rapper. Stay in your lane. So Tupac shouldn't have been out there gangbanging, but that's another video for another time. See, people are trying to say, Nick Cannon's trying to say he wants to finish Nipsey Hussle's Dr. Sebi documentary, and I feel like that's a good positive direction that he's taking. But Nick Cannon might be fronting here to try and gain some type of notoriety for himself. He's clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, saying this directly after Nipsey Hussle died makes it seem like you have an ulterior motive, my nigga. Because look, nobody actually comes out and says something after someone dies. Most of the time, it's just for shock value. Because see, why weren't you doing something about it when he was alive? It took him to die for you to actually want to make a difference in the black community. So Nipsey Hussle, I can't really say that his death was something that was a bad thing, because he was part of a gang, guys. If you're part of a gang, you're promoting violence in the community. And if you promote violence, there's going to be more deaths in the community. So technically, he was actually perpetuating violence in his community, and he was further helping in the killings, black on black violence and black on black crime. He was perpetuating that by being part of the Crips. You know what I'm saying? The Crips and the Bloods have had a gang war over turf since the 1970s. That's when they were founded. I've done my research. The Crips were founded in the 1970s. The Crips, the Bloods were founded in the 1970s in retaliation to the Bloods' large numbers, okay? the Bloods large, they had more numbers than the Crips, so they had to like try and combat that with increased violence by being more, aggressive. That's the only way they could combat the discrepancy in the numbers. So when you take all that into consideration, you look at Nipsey Hussle's character and what he stood for. Maybe, I'm not gonna say that he deserved to die, but maybe the community will be better off after his death, because a lot of people need to go for the black community to rebuild and get somewhere in the future. But I mean, technically, it was a bad thing that happened, but I mean, people are saying here that it was more than likely related to gun violence and gang violence. See? Look at. Yeah, I mean. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, look. Look right here. Nipsey Hussle. Death, gang violence. He was working to end gang violence, but he was killed in a shooting. I mean, the police are saying that Nipsey Hussle was more than likely killed in relation to gang violence. But anyway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think.